Alrighty, welcome to Life and Whiskey. As always, I'm Jordan, and today we are going to look at Fighting Cock. Now, Fighting Cock's an interesting whiskey. It's a bourbon, and it was specifically created to compete with Wild Turkey 101. And Wild Turkey 101, it's a bird, fighting cock, fighting competition. Get it? Okay, so it is at 51.5% ABV, which makes it 103 proof. So it's a little bit hotter than Wild Turkey 101. And you know what? It's just your average, kind of budget bourbon. Let me see what I got this for. Um, Give me just a second. All right, so Fighting Cock, it's a Heaven Hill product, and I got this for $17.99. My wife actually bought it for my birthday recently. I got a handful of whiskeys for my birthday, so I was really appreciative of that, and I'll be reviewing those here, and hopefully you guys will get the benefit of that as well. So Fighting Cock, here we go, 103 proof, so it's going to have a pretty high alcohol content. It's going to get up in that nasal cavity for sure. But let's see how it does. So right away, I'd say the nose is really, really light. This is only the second video post-COVID. Last one we did Maker's Mark. I'm getting into this, batch shooting these. I'm really having to get my nose deep into this glass to get anything out of it, which you would expect at 103 proof that the alcohol would at least be emanating out quite a bit. It's not. I mean, I can stick my nose all the way in there and not feel like I'm going to pass out. But I do get cherry and caramel. No real wood or anything else in there, just cherry and caramel. And the cherry's starting to dominate in there. But dominating of the most subdued type, because there's nothing that's really jumping out of this glass. It's really tamped down. There might be like a little bit of a floral light fruit in there, but cherry's the name of the game. Which, you know what, now that I think back on it, if you're trying to compete with Wild Turkey, cherry's where you're going to be at. Pretty much all of the Wild Turkey products really have a pretty solid cherry note in there. Here we go. Okay, so on flavor profile, there is a couple of really, really, really light flavors in the very beginning. And I'm going to have to take a second sip just to be able to parse that out. Then it goes straight into ethanol. And it really, really hits the throat, the chest, the back of the nasal cavity, goes up, goes retronasal on you. That 103 proof really hits home. It's not like super, super burn, but what happens is that alcohol ends up kind of dominating the flavor profile. You can't really taste too much beyond that. So that, I guess you'd say, ethanol burn hits at the mid, and then it goes cherry after that, and then it softens slightly, gives you a little bit of a sweet caramel. I was gonna say vanilla, but I don't think it goes vanilla. It just kind of hangs in that caramel balance. Just the slightest touch of oak going into that finish, and then there's your barrel, your black pepper on the finish. It's a very simple profile. It kind of is watery almost at the beginning before that alcohol hits, but let's see if we can get something else. Now going back to the nose, the cherry is just right there all day. So there it is. That's vanilla, like creamy vanilla up front. Then that's that light flavor profile I was talking about. I couldn't quite pick it out at the beginning, but it's like hard candy vanilla up front, like strawberries and cream kind of vanilla flavor. That creamy vanilla. That's what I get first. Then the alcohol hits. Then cherry after that. And it's like fruit cherry, not maraschino or something like that. It's like dark fruit, Bing cherry kind of cherry flavor. Yeah, so pretty much everything I've said hits home every single time. It's not really changing on me very much. It's pretty much the same for all three sips. The nose is pretty much the same. Just that cherry's hitting home pretty much from start to finish. And yeah, I would say as far as competitions go, it's right there with the 101. I would put it head to head with the 101 right now, except for I will, because why not? It's gonna require me to bust out another Glencairn, but hey, that's what they're there for. Wild Turkey 101. Okay, we're gonna keep that guy there. We're gonna pour the 101 here. Okay, so let's see what we got with the 101. I mean, they're pretty darn similar here. I'd say this is more cherry and actually more lively. The 101 is pretty subdued, but I am getting that cherry in there. I could definitely say that there's a difference on the nose from this to this. I would say that the Fighting Cock is like 30% more of this nose. So if you just took the Wild Turkey 101 and just cranked it up by 30%, they're identical in what they're presenting with, but this just comes out of the glass more than the Wild Turkey does. All right, taste. You know what's interesting about this? The 101 is actually more friendly, more smooth and rounded in its flavor profile. The ethanol really hit me in the chest, then throat, back up to the retronasal. The 101, it drinks a little bit, cliched, smoother than the Fighting Cock does. And it just kind of melds the flavors and the nuance together. I'm actually more of a fan of the slight punchiness of the Fighting Cock. I think it created a little bit more lively flavor. They're pretty much the same, but also on flavor, same with the nose. The Fighting Cock is about 30% more intense flavor than the Wild Turkey 101. So yeah, that's really interesting. So there you go, head-to-head comparison of two bourbons that were created to compete with one another. Well, I should say the Fighting Cock was specifically designed to compete with the Wild Turkey 101, since this was long-standing. But I actually would say if you're looking for flavors that are turned up, go with the Fighting Cock. Okay, if you're looking for flavors that are more evenly balanced and melded together and just a smoother blend of flavor profile, go with the Wild Turkey 101. Okay, if you are a fan of the Wild Turkey 101, maybe give the Fighting Cock a chance. make light of that, whatever you will. Give it a chance, see what you think. It's not breaking the bank. What did I say it was? So again, Heaven Hill product, Wild Turkey Distillery product, Heaven Hill Fighting Cock, $17.99. That's just a little bit cheaper than the Wild Turkey 101, I believe. Wild Turkey 101 is $20.99 here locally for a 750. So, you know what? For the money, go for it. Give it a chance. See what you think. Drop in the comments below if you've had either of these, or if you have, which one you prefer. If you've had both and you were able to kind of tell one from the other. If you like turned up flavor, go with the Fighting Cock. If you like something that's just smooth and well balanced, go with Wild Turkey 101. And for the price, I don't think you're going to go wrong either way. They're both cherry forward in their profile, but they are right down home plate bourbons, no mistaking. And yeah, I think that's all I want to say about that. If you've got something to say, drop it in the comments down below. I've been checking regularly, and my subscribers are starting to tick up slowly but surely. And I'm trying to get back to people if they're asking questions or if they're engaging, or at a bare minimum, if you have something to say, I've at least read your comment and given you a thumbs up if it's something that I agree with. So thanks for participating. I do appreciate that. Please drop in the comments below what you can find Fighting Cock for in your area, and hopefully you got something out of this. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.